need to okay, no, we about to shift gears here. I need to know from you, Miss Cass. Again, I'm gonna repeat this again because it's important for context. As someone like yourself that men your damn son's age, all the way to men that's about to retire this year, if they had their chance at bat, they would take it with Dr. Cassie J becoming. Why do you think that a lot of women become so age like conscious and kind of become insecure about their age as they get older? I said what I think it is earlier. I did acknowledge that, society itself does, for whatever reason, try to like age shame women and try to make them feel like they're less valuable as they get older. But I want to know from you, from one of the women that's blessed, that's still like that's still the same for you when you were 25, when you're about to be 44. Why do you think women become so conscious of their age as they get older?
I think that number one, as we get older, we evolve, and we don't really understand who we are and who we are becoming. Number one, I think, but I think a little deeper than some people. For me, and because 30 to 40, it was difficult for me because I had to, learn a whole different side of myself. But I think some become conscious, are self-conscious about it because they haven't done what they needed to do as a woman to look out for themselves and take care of themselves. I think that's one thing. And then with society, and then the influx on social media, I think that kind of adds to the issue. I think that adds to the issue because you're comparing yourself, and I don't believe in the game of comparison. I don't, personally.
When you say when they're comparing themselves, what can you please like elaborate on that? What exactly do you mean?
So you see all these beautiful younger women who get the men who may be in my age range and up, and they're set for life, or they're able to live their little dreams, because of the beauty, and
Right.
and that sometimes makes women question.
Yeah.
It makes them question and think about their choices they made at that age. It makes them question and think about where they could possibly be. And many times they have to bow out. A lot of times in their mind, they take themselves out of the game because they have literally compared themselves so much to what they see. And what they don't understand is people only post highlight reels. Okay. People are only posting highlight reels. We already know life is hard and it only gets harder. So I think they compare themselves, and then they end up getting themselves in a mindset where they begin to devalue themselves because of that.
Yeah. Again, I'm not a woman, but um, I think some of what you said does happen, but I honestly just think it's more so just um, just coming to the grips of reality. Like I said, most of these women, this specific set of women that we're speaking on, that are having these issues when they were 22 to 30 years old, the titties was sitting a certain way, the ass was, they used to be able to like, they used to have to jump in the jeans, and the jeans used to like, look a certain way. And when they used to go outside, men was on their bumper. Men was opening the door for them. Men was trying to buy them a drink. Men was coming up to them and asking them how they doing, trying to start conversation with them. And as they got older, cold stop.
Absolutely.
Miss Cass can go outside, and she has to tell the men my age, like, baby, you too young. Like it's never gonna be that. She has to tell she has to deal with men her age, and she has to deal with men older than her. It hasn't stopped. So the point I'm trying to make is there's a group of women that still hasn't stopped for them, and they have even men that are significantly younger than them trying to like shoot at them, if you will. So I just think it's honestly just coming to grips with reality more so than even looking at, our your daughter on TikTok or your daughter on Instagram and whoever else on social media.
But I think that's a part of it. That's the part of the reality check, Noble. It's many facets that come into that, and that literally it shakes people into their reality. That's what I was saying. We're saying the same thing. I just elaborated a little more. I think that shakes people into the reality, and it sets in. Because I know women my age who have literally, they just say, you know what, I'm gonna get me a dog. And they are literally setting themselves up to be alone for the rest of their lives.
Right.
But their reality is not mine, honey.
And another thing I want to say is, and it's not, but you know, and and I've spoken on this before. Okay, you know what? You're right now because I just thought about even things that I've said in the past before. I've said a lot of these older women are competing with these are trying to compete because they're not competing. Most of them are not competing at all. They're trying to compete, and like you said, that does come from the comparison. Looking at Ariana on TikTok and Instagram and looking at these other girls. Um,
With her beautiful self, with her beautiful fine self, baby. My baby is it.
oh, she is. Um, But yeah, I've also said they've grown a lot of resentment for the younger woman as well. They've grown a lot of resentment for the younger woman because again, the men in their age demographic don't want anything to do with them and are dating younger. So now a lot of women in your age demographic like to do is they like to try to age shame these men like that's gonna make them like want to deal with them, and it's not. They're still gonna want to date younger women, but they have a lot of resentment for the younger woman. But I think they have more resentment for women like yourself. They have more resentment for the women that are in their age demographic, and when them and Ariana go outside, the man is over there contemplating like, do I want to go right or do I want to go left? I'm gonna win. It's a good move either way I go, but which way do I want to go? And she might be approaching her mid 40s, but she looked like she's in her late 20s, early 30s. So they not we don't even I didn't even like, damn, you're that old. I didn't even know you were that old. So I honestly think I think they have the most resentment for women like yourself. What do you have
I
to say about that?
I agree wholeheartedly with that. And that is probably the reason why I don't have, like, my friends are literally my daughters. I have no friends, no female friends in my age range. And I had a couple, but they just kind of dwindled off because I am very confident. I'm also not one of those women that's going to be outside all the time. I ain't got time for all that. I don't do girl trips. Cause again, I'm crazy. I'm always asking, choose a number between 9 and 380, and I promise we gonna hit something. And I look absolutely amazing in orange. Check my picture from today, okay? And I'm not for games like that. So my daughters, my 22-year-old daughter, my 26-year-old daughter, those are absolutely my best friends, and they couldn't be my friend until they became of age.
Right.
Cause I ain't never been one of their little friends. I was always a mother.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's important that I understand that. And so I am very friendly. I can be in conversation with women, but to have them close to me, I don't even do it.
I'm
I don't
already
even do it.
I'm already knowing because I mean I've heard not just from you. I've heard women in your age demographic say that, but like I think that's honestly just across the board, Miss Cass. Like for whatever reason, like woman will start resenting and becoming envious towards another woman simply because of how she looks and the attention that she's able to get from certain caliber of men. Like, I don't know, and I've spoken on this before. in a lot of these girls groups, Miss Cass, there's always one girl that like so like here's the girls group, okay? We got Cassie, we got Ariana, and we got your 26-year-old daughter. Those are three of the four. Those three are fine. And then we got Shirley. Shirley don't look nothing like the other three, but for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because of her personality. She's just a good person. Cassie and Ari and them, they rock with her. So when it's girls' night out and whatnot, Shirley is gonna tag along with us. But when we go outside, the men only want to talk to Cassie, Ari, and the 26-year-old. They don't want to talk to Shirley. They don't want to buy Shirley no hookah. They don't want to buy her a drink. They don't want to have conversation with her. So now it's like, you know what? Noble came up trying to talk to Cassie. And it's not even, and when I say cock block, it's not even like, Noble is trying to sleep with Cassie. Noble is really just trying to have a conversation with Cassie. But you so mad and just being stuck up because Cassie got people trying to talk to her. Ari got people trying to talk to her. The 26-year-old got people trying to talk to her, and you just sitting there looking stupid. Sorry, excuse my language. You just sitting there looking stupid and angry. So now every man that come over and try to talk to one of them, you like giving them the cold shoulder. And it's not good for the women that are the insecure one. But why? The point I'm trying to make is there's a reason that she's insecure, and like being in those type of situations, it does create resentment, and they become envious of those other women that are supposed to be their friends.
Absolutely. But again, that's why I say I don't do, you even on here, you see that, have a lot of girls that say they're girls. Honey, I ain't never been a girl's girl. Never. I've never been one from a young age all the way to now. But that's something my mother warned me about though, because she said, if you can find one great girlfriend, you stick with them. But you know what? My one great girlfriend is my sister. That's the one I talk to about everything, literally. And thankfully I have a sister, but having someone outside of that, no. I had a best friend that we were literally best friends from sixth grade all the way through our adult years. I saw her through a divorce. She saw me through my divorce. I mean, literally. I mean, everything. But because I would not open up to her the way she wanted me to open up to her, she walked away from a 30 plus year relationship. And you know what? I was absolutely okay with that. You know why? Because if my friendship was truly important to you, you will allow me to be who I am without stipulations or conditions. That's what a real friend does. There are no stipulations. There are no conditions. I'm going to accept you for who you are and how you are. And I want the same thing. And so that's the reason why I've never had those type of girl friendships. Never done it. And I don't believe I'm going to start at 44.
It's too. People like to say, "Oh no, it's never too late." Sometimes it do be too late, man. Like I mean, for you to like come across, and this is another thing, though. This is another thing. Even, bro, woman, I don't know, man. I'm not a woman, so I can't speak to why it's like this, but like, even in some cases, Miss Cass, it's like all or most of all of the women in the friend group are fine, and then they start competing with each other, Miss Cass. So now Shirley not there no more, right? So Shirley, we don't gotta worry about Shirley no more. Everyone's getting attention, but now it's like now that everyone's getting attention, we're now they start competing with each other. And it's like, why are you
Absolutely.
competing with your friend?
Absolutely. And you know what? And this is something I always say. And I've heard several people say it in real life and on social media. Single women keep single women single. I mean, literally, single women keep single women single because they get so caught up in what the other has or what the other doesn't have, that they lose sight of really, why are we here? If we are here to support each other, I don't have time to compare myself to you. I just don't. I have other things in life to accomplish. I am not too old to look like you now. I've literally changed my entire career path, doing something different. Great. I love it. But I don't think I would have that outlook on life if I was caught up with friends who were comparing themselves to me, or I felt like I needed to compare myself to, because then I would lose sight of accomplishing things that I need to and want to accomplish before I leave this earth.
And you know what, Miss Cass? Big Sean, what's good, OG? What's good? I feel very sad. You grew up in a time where um you didn't have no damn Instagram, you ain't have no damn TikTok and all these other social medias. I feel sad for the Arianas of the world. Girls that's like 21, 22 years old, and whether it's because of their beauty or whether it's because of a product or service that they're selling slash providing. you know um they have like this, they built this platform and this social media following. And like I said, especially at an age that young, now you, as a girl, you are going to have a lot of girls like on the competition like type stuff with you. So
Yep. Yep.
I kind of feel sad for like someone like Ariana, honestly.
You're absolutely right. And you know what's funny? I so she has a little friend group, but I can say they've been friends since like middle school, elementary school, middle school.
Uh-huh.
And she other female friends have attempted to be her friend. But one thing I can say, she has done a great job of weeding people out. And literally, only two people that truly still remain are her two friends that she's had the longest relationship with. And I'm happy for them. They're like sisters. But at the end of the day, as you get older, you still don't know if those things will remain the same, because we all evolve, we all change. There is nothing consistent in this world but time and change. And it's going to happen. And Father Time never loses. Time is always going to tell. Hi, Big Sean. How are you? Miss Vaughn, I say it's safer not to date, honey. If you don't want to deal with the rigmarole, yeah, don't.
Give me 1 minute, Miss Kaz. I gotta call a Uber from my dad. Give me 1 minute. I'm about to speak on the last thing that you just said. Give me 1 minute though.